Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with another YGO Omega Daily Duel, and today we are playing some Dogmatika Invoked. This is a deck that I'm not in theory, I'm not super impressed with this deck, but I also keep losing to it at locals. I think it is very good against Tri-Brigade, and we are awful at rock, paper, scissors today. Alright, going first after hour of RPS, activate Meltdown. Opponent has an Ash, that's fine. We will draw some cards. We're hoping to draw into an Aleister. We didn't, so we are just going to normal summon Ecclesia, use the effect, search. Punishment, set strike, set punishment, set a cyclone, and hope we don't lose to Feather Duster. This feels like a we could easily lose to Feather Duster situation. Opponent, thinking a little bit. Evilswarm Mandragora, interesting. Caster, our opponent's actually playing Evilswarms. Alright. Little 2013 throwback here. The strike is gonna be good. Actually, Infection. The quick play spell Infection makes our punishments pretty bad in this matchup. Opponent might just go to battle and run over Ecclesia. Nope. Number 27, Dreadnoid. Well, I have no idea what this does. If it destroyed a monster by battle, they can special summon a rank 10 machine Xyz from their extra deck. On top of it, it face up on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, they can detach a material instead. We are absolutely going to Solemn Strike that. Oh, Evilswarm does not have many ways to recover. So usually the plan with Evilswarm is summon, right? Opponent has Castor. Sure. Goes to battle, start step of the battle phase, we will punishment target caster, dump Titantaclad, if we get hit with evenly here, that would be spicy. What you got, opponent? We are I feel like card advantage matters in this. This feels like kind of an old school matchup. End step of the battle phase, main phase 2. Opponent sets a card. Goes to the end phase, we will activate Titantaclad. And we're gonna activate Cyclone. Hit, there can only be one. Special summon Ecclesia, effective Ecclesia, grab another punishment, and I feel like we're very in control of this game. We draw an Invocation that doesn't do anything, go to battle, attack for 15. There can only be one is pretty interesting in Evilswarms because they are all different types. Hit our opponent for 15. Go to main phase 2. Set punishment. Well, there's any reason to set Cyclone. Makes this worse. Do a head. Opponent's not going to have any field spells or anything we need to stop. I guess not letting them chain a trap is okay. Opponent draws for turn. Unexpected die. Unexpected, but we'll let it through. Summons a Heliotrope. If our opponent summons another monster, we're just going to blow up one of them. We're not going to wait. Opponent has a caster. Well, we're going to punishment, target Heliotrope, dump Intus, effective Intus, blow up the caster. Opponent has no cards and scoops it up. Okay. We don't actually know if we could kill our opponent there because we don't have any way to get to the extra deck. Against this deck, Feather Duster for sure. Maybe Feather Duster and Evenlies. Go down Called By. Go down Strike. Pankratops is almost always good against back row decks, except Evilswarm because Ophion stops it. We're gonna try it like that. Maybe there's a card we're missing and should have brought in there. I don't know about playing Reboot against Evilswarm because we're probably not OTKing them. We're probably not OTKing them through Ophion and giving them a trap so they already don't generate any card advantage. It's the same problem ChardarYGO have. So giving them a trap feels like we're undoing whatever advantage we have. Imperm evenly. Opponent activates Prosperity, banishing 6. Thinking on what 6 they want to banish. Grabs caster, that's fine. Normals caster. Summons Mandragora. So something interesting to keep in mind is we can't imperm caster because it's a continuous effect, and so when it's summoned, the effect's already applying before you have priority to activate imperm, so you can imperm it, but that doesn't do anything. Opponent summons Ophion. Oh, do we imperm this here? So if we imperm it here, they don't get the quick play spell. And then if they have the quick play spell, the imperm doesn't do anything on our turn, so I think we do. And then if they have a quick play spell already in hand, we're fine with that trade. Opponent sets 1. And passes. We draw a Cyclone. We're going to go ahead and Cyclone. Was Infestation Infection. We'll activate Meltdown. Hilariously, we can't actually summon any invoked monsters other than Caliga, but we're not summoning Caliga. Opponent has quick effect, probably Ash. We're fine with that. Really thinking if they want to let this Meltdown go through. Alright, Ash is the Meltdown. We will activate Ecclesia, Special Ecclesia, Effect of Ecclesia, grab a punishment, set a mystery card, pass the turn. We're going to punishment in the draw phase before our opponent gets to search again. We're going to dump 5-headed dragon. Opponent has a Kirkion. Okay, now we're in trouble. Banishes the Ophion, grabs back Caster. Normal summons Caster. Caster's effect applies. They have a third monster. They can normal it. If you go way, way back on my channel, like 2013 era, I think I have my old Evilswarm decks. Should still be up. We're going way, way back. As junior and senior in high school. Caster does apply. They get Thunderbird. Opponent goes to battle. And now we might be in trouble. Attacks over Ecclesia. Hits us for 1650. Hits us for 1750. We'll see if they go for Ophion. Does go for Ophion. Effective Ophion, detach. Tags out Thunderbird. Gets Infection. We draw an Invocation that we can't really use. Thunderbird comes back. Activate Meltdown. Add a Leicester the Invoker. Which attack does Caliga have? Only 1,000. Normal summon a Leicester. Effect. Opponent tags out Thunderbird. We get Invocation. We cannot summon from the extra deck. I think we're just dead here. So punishment locks us out of our extra deck. We could have set a Leicester, but that doesn't do anything. So the problem here is Ophion has us locked out unless our opponent... So I think we should have set a Leicester and then hoped our opponent detached. But now we get to go first, and I don't know how we... This feels like a matchup that you have to go first in. Go back down our Evenlies. Go back down the Feather Duster. Try it like that. So we're talking about how, at least at my locals with the Tri-Braid deck I've been playing, it lines up really poorly against Invoked Dogmatika. This deck might line up really poorly against Evilswarm because we can't summon Floor and we can't summon any of our invoked monsters, which do contribute meaningfully to the game plan of this deck. Opponent taking their time to side. How can it be decided in Evilswarm? This is one of the most famously brain dead decks of all time. And I'm gonna say normal summon a Leicester requires any degree of skillful gameplay whatsoever, because it definitely does not. But I don't think you need to take 2 minutes to side deck in Evilswarm. So if there weren't okay, we will go first. This hand is pretty good. We have so many hand traps that don't do much against Evilswarm. Activate Meltdown. Grab a Leicester. Normal summon a Leicester. Effect. Opponent has an Imperm. So normally what you say is, like all good invoked players, You already have Invocation, but apparently we're not a good Invoke player, so we will summon Almirage. We will summon Secure Gardna. We will activate Ecclesia. Use the effect of Ecclesia. Search up a punishment. Set a Cosmic Cyclone. Set a punishment. Pass the turn. Hope that's enough. It's very unlikely that this Veiler does anything. Punishment is a good card, though. And we have a Meltdown in hand. And our deck top decks fairly well. We need to keep our opponent off of Ophion. I think that's the most critical part of this. Opponent, once again, spending about a minute thinking with their skillful deck with many meaningful decision trees. We can't. I played Evilswarm for a long time. We can't rag on our opponent too much. And they did get us game 2, so maybe they know something we don't. Like, they had the Imperm. I don't think they AFK'd. Unless they got really salty about an Ecclesia and 2 back row, but I don't think we're doing anything terribly unfair. Opponent tributes Ecclesia. Playing Kaijus. Playing Kaijus in your Evilswarm deck that is focused around not summoning giant monsters is a very interesting decision, and I did not see Kaijus coming. Humongous attacks over Secure Gardna. We don't take any damage. Goes to main phase 2. Opponent goes to end phase. We will punishment target Humongous, I guess. No chain. Send Titantaclad. Still in the end phase, we will activate Titantaclad. Special summon Ecclesia. Search up another punishment. Draw for turn, we get Tactics. That's pretty good. Activate our next Meltdown. Grab a Leicester. We can't use it, but it's still some damage. Normal summon a Leicester. I want to know what our opponent's hand is. If they had 2 Kaijus, no back row, no Evilswarm cards, I don't know how that happens. Well, we will attack for 1,000. Attack for 15. I also want to know why you're citing Kaijus in Evilswarm of all decks, but who knows? Our opponent did win game 2, so they do know something. We will set our punishment and pass the turn. I have no idea what to expect now. I don't know what could be in our opponent's hand. Opponent's thinking again. We have our Our board isn't terribly threatening, but our monster, our Gamma Seal that our opponent was nice enough to give us, is bigger than the Evilswarms. Right, opponent normal summons caster, goes to battle, start step of battle. Do we want a punishment? Let's see who our opponent attacks first. Attacks Ecclesia. I think that's fine. I think we let that go. If we can get away with not punishmenting, we can definitely kill our opponent with Invocation. Opponent normal's Heliotrope. Now I think we have to punishment. Punishment, target Heliotrope. And opponent scoops up. Okay, we're gonna send Ventus there. I don't know if we actually could have killed our opponent though, because we're attacking for 32. We leave them with 100 life points. So we'd have to top deck another monster, but we were in pretty commanding control of the game, alright? Evilswarm, as annoying as ever. I don't know about playing with Kaijus, but Evilswarm is still annoying. GG, opponent.